Well, how you guys doing? It's Mike again. I'm back. I know I said yesterday that I was going to make homemade egg noodles, go with some chicken and mashed potatoes today, but my back had other plans. It said no, we're not doing that. So today I'm going to do a different comfort food of mine, and that'll be breaded, pan-fried catfish. To go with it, I'm probably just gonna make basic shells and cheese. I love that shit. That's the kid in me that will never die. So, I'll walk you through the fish, but there's no need to show you how to boil water, put noodles in them, wait till they're done, and put cheese on them. So, the mac and cheese, I'll skip showing you. Here we go. Got my cast iron ready to go. I am using olive oil this time to fry it in, but that is only because I don't have any regular oil. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using extra virgin olive oil to pan fry anything. At least not like this. So, I don't have a cameraman today. Bill's at home. What's up, Bill? It's fun to have him here yesterday. Being able to cook with two hands again was all right. I didn't mind that. So today we're just gonna go back and to the old way and make it work. Best one-handed cook out there, huh? I do need to think about naming my show. It might be easier for people to find if they want to search it out than other than maybe just posting the videos and titling what I made. So I almost dropped a bag of flour all over the place. I would have been so pissed. It still might be a mess, but it ain't gonna be as big a one as it would have been. Man. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how I do my breading here. I rarely I space out so much when I'm trying to do two things at once. I rarely do a batter and do it, liquidy like. Only because I make more of a mess that way, it seems like. So I don't try not to do it. So what we're going to do here is season up some flour. And we'll coat our fish with that. And fry it in a pan. So I'm going to be switching back and forth here. You know how I do. Turn around. Set you up so you can look at me. Like I'm going to have to do right now because I need a dry spoon. And I can't do that with one hand. I am not dropping peanut butter out of the cabinet. It's been a struggle today, guys. I really need to throw on some Iron Maiden. Check that out. Legacy of the Beast Tours. First time I got to see him, I was 42. I definitely will not be the last time I will see them. I can't believe it took me that long. Those guys are pushing 70 years old, and they still put on the best show on the planet. Amazing. So, anyway, back to this. I gotta set you up here. I appreciate y'all having patience with me. Sometimes I just suck at everything I do, except for cooking. Maybe a few other things, but we won't get into that one here. It's a kid's show. Kidding. Alright, look at that spoon's in bad shape, man. But hey, it's still getting the job done for me. So, yeah, if anybody wants to donate me some equipment, hey, let me know. I got next to nothing here. I mean, I got plates and bowls and shit like that to eat off of, but I need silverware and cooking utensils. Can we start GoFundMe's just for kitchen equipment? Like, I don't want cash, I just want kitchen equipment. Alright, so we're going to put a good bit of flour in here. Probably about 3. Yep, 3 of them are good because I'm only doing 2 fillets. This will be the first time I've cooked fish and not cooked a lot of it and had people over. But we can make it happen. Oh, I'm just going to let that sit out there for right now. A little mess with flour, not a big one. So I'll take my wins where I get them. All right, that in there. So let me do something over here. Sorry, I had to go ahead and start my water for my mac and cheese. Look at this. When that peanut butter fell, it landed right in the bowl and broke the damn thing. So it's the last hurrah with this. All right. We'll use some seasoned salt. And I usually use a little bit of cornmeal in with my flour when I'm doing fish, but I don't have any, so I'm going to be able to do that. Some cayenne pepper. And I like mine spicy, so this is to taste. But let me get this around here. I will put a pretty good amount in there because although this is pretty hot stuff, the flour tames it down a good bit. And then I'll put, that one's closed. I think I got an open one. I do. Chili powder. And oops. My typical garlic salt, which I gotta open, so we'll come back to that. Coarse ground pepper, coarse black pepper. All right, let me turn this back around. You can look at my pretty face. I'm gonna open the garlic salt. While I'm doing that, I want to take a second, to say rest in peace to the bad guy, Scott Hall, professional wrestler, shaped a lot of my youth. Wish I had a toothpick right now. I'd flip it right at you. Rest in peace, buddy. They taking him off of child life support today. He had sorry guys, you can laugh at me all you want about professional wrestling. This one gets me. He had a few heart attacks the other day, and they put him on life support. He had not been doing good, and they decided today to let the family get there, say their goodbyes, and then pull the plug on the life support. So all day today's been a little bit somber for me. That hit me pretty hard. Pretty hard. I was wanting to maybe have him on my show one day. That ain't gonna happen. So if you pray, whatever you do, put out some good thoughts, good vibes into the universe for his family and loved ones. It's a difficult time. Oh man. Okay. Now let me get this back. When you're seasoning your flour, smell it after you get done, and it'll tell you mostly. If you can smell the seasoning's pretty good, it's ready to go. Because like I said, the flour will blend it. And this is what it looks like. All right, so when we come back, excuse me, I'll do the fish in the flour, back in egg wash, back in the flour, and then fry them. And we'll show you what's going on with that. It's going to be delicious. All right, see you guys in a little bit. And we're back. Told you I wouldn't be gone long. Or maybe I didn't tell you, but I wasn't gone long. I had to sit down and take a break. All right, let me get my eggs out. For my egg wash. Like I said, I'm only doing 2 fillets of catfish. So, I'm thinking just 2 eggs will be enough. If you got a lot more to do, you have to use a lot more eggs. I don't use milk in my egg wash. Some people do, some people don't. There's no right or wrong unless you're on the side that uses milk, because that's wrong. I'm kidding, guys. Without using the milk, I just believe that it does what it's supposed to do better and help the flour stick to, in this case, fish or whatever you're breading to fry. Then we're small eggs, but like I said, 2 fillets, I think this will be enough. All right, we gotta wait on our oil to heat up here. So while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get my box noodles ready for my mac and cheese. Not my mac and cheese. Mac and cheese I'm gonna eat. Now, I don't knock people for making things out of cans, boxes, pouches. Some of that stuff's good. But if you use a seasoning packet for your chili, it ain't yours. If you open a pouch and pour broccoli cheddar cheese soup into a pan and heat it up, it's not yours. If it comes out of a pouch, box, or can, it is not yours. It's okay to cook with. It's not okay to call it yours. All right. So that over there, my water is almost boiling. I forgot to turn the oil on when I was prepping all that stuff, so I'm a little bit behind on that, but just a little bit. So we can sit here and talk. So if there's any recipes or any meals, any type of food that you guys like to see me do, give me a comment. Let me know. See if we can make it happen. Now remember, I'm working with a little, so I'm probably not gonna be doing no filet mignon for you guys or beef Wellington, because I don't have an oven either. But you can give me your ideas and I can show you how I do it. Because how I do it is not how everybody does it all the time. I can take fancy stuff and substitute and make it almost as good. Like my first video was my microwave, and I made a better bean burrito than you can get it at Taco Bell. So I know how to get creative. You have to do that when you're working on budgets and constraints. So I really hope my oil is ready to go soon, because my water is. But that's all right, because the noodles will boil for longer than what the fish will fry. And I don't know where you guys are all from, but I'm from Ohio, currently living in Piqua, and boy, this weather, it's been a moody bitch lately. 61 day, 20 the next day for a few days, and then back up to 40 for 3 days, and then 27 for 2 days, and then I don't know, it's like 60 some degrees or better today. And I'm not complaining about that. Just get there and stay. When it starts getting warm, man, I want it to be warm. I don't like the cold weather as much anymore. I used to love it. I used to work outside in it all year round. But with my bone condition and my back, it hurts. That cold weather hurts. So I like it better when it's warm out. Actually, I might even get out for a short walk after dinner tonight. I don't like being stuck in here all the time. Okay, I think our oil is ready. And I'm going to show you guys how I check it properly here. Get you a little bit, not much, just a little bit of flour. See how that does that? If it don't sizzle like that, it ain't ready. That is ready. So, back around here. What I'm going to do real quick is go ahead and throw my noodles in, give them a stir. And then I'll come up over here and show you the process for the fish. And again, this is another recipe that it really don't take too long to do. Once you get into everything, get everything going, you got to get it going because it don't take too long. Alright, sorry I'm off camera, guys there. Had to stir my noodles in here. So, we're going to do this fish. And I'm going to do it one-handed, so there might be another mess. If you hear any curse words, get used to it. Alright, get my phone here. Let's back around. Here's my catfish fillets. Nice and skinned. They were on sale at the store the other day, so I grabbed them up. Here we go. I messed up already. Dang it. Flour, egg, flour, Mike. So, oh yeah, I'm not, see, this one hand stuff. All right. Because when I'm doing it one hand, I'm trying to do what I'm doing by looking through the camera here, and it don't work. All right, so we got that. Put them back over here in the egg wash. And you don't have to get them completely covered this time with the egg wash. But now, put them back in there. Cover them in this flour. Roll it around a little bit. Squeeze it a little bit. Get that stuff stuck on there. I know I'm doing terrible with the camera, guys. I apologize. There we go. Or there. Sheesh. It's been a rough day. All right. There it's coated. Let that sit there. Get this one. Now, where do we go first? The flour, Mike, you dummy. All right, so we go to the flour. And you don't have to get a great coating. Cover it all the way, but you don't have to push it all down in like you do with the second one when you're getting that one, because the little layer of the flour allows the egg to congeal or stick or whatever you call it to that, and then you put it back in the egg wash and then back in the flour, and that all helps the second coat of the flour really stick to it and not come off in the cooking process. All right, looky. Ooh. Back in the flour. Cover it all up. Oh man, I'm terrible at this camera and one hand cooking. I guess I could call my show the One Hand Chef, but I don't plan on being there long. Looky there. Lay that down here. And you got all this on your hands. So what I'm going to do is take a break for a second, wash my hands up, do my clean as I go thing here and get back to it. See you in a minute. Hey, I'm back. Almost ready to put the fish in. Mac and cheese is doing all right. I want to take a quick second to touch on some football news. Fuck you, Tom Brady. I thought you were gone. I was happy. Why are you back? I don't want you. Go away. All right. Back to cooking. I can't stand Tom Brady. So, turn this here. And use tongs. Real lightly pick this up. You don't want to top that off of it. And I always put my the side that didn't have the skin on it down first. Unless I don't bread it and it still has skin on it, in which case you put the skin side down first, flip it over, and then the skin will come right off. So, ooh, splashy, splashy. All right, those are in and frying. Look at that. Looks delicious. Looks absolutely delicious already. I'm gonna do this. While you guys are watching that, I'm gonna stir the mac and cheese. Alright. Let that fry up there. Like I said, this don't take too long, a few minutes. And especially since I have my oil a little bit too hot. Not too much, but a little bit. And I don't have an exhaust fan in here, so like I say, it's getting hot. And smoke sometimes will catch up and not catch up. What am I doing? The smoke will get too thick and might set off my fire alarm, smoke detector. So if that happens, don't worry, I'm fine. Uh-oh. I did not get my colander out. Ooh. Got it. You look at me while I stir some mac and cheese. I love the shells and cheese. Velveeta or generic. I love it. I have since I was a kid. That's one of my things. Later on this week, like I said, I will make those homemade egg noodles and show you guys that. A lot of it is a lot like I just did with that flour right there, because it's just flour and seasoning, eggs and a little bit of milk, and a whole lot of rolling with a rolling pin. So my back said no yesterday. And I'm going to show you how my favorite way to make chili dogs. Absolute hands down. It's easy, and it's just the best way that I have found yet to do them. All right, that's getting pretty good. Let me turn this there. And I believe we sure can. We can give that a turn over. See, we're just at 3 minutes or so, probably less on that side. It don't take long for the fish to cook up and be absolute. I can't believe the amount of smoke that is accumulating in my apartment right now. Looks like I'm having a 420 party, and I'm not. But at least my smoke detector's not going off right now, because that thing is loud and annoying. And now, when you deep fry anything or pan frying like this, when you bring them out, you really should put them on some paper towels to help soak out some of the grease, you know, when it drains. I don't have any. So, I'm just putting them on a plate and we'll go from there. Because I have to make. Let's go ahead and put you guys right here. I almost forgot about the tartar sauce, guys. I forget all kinds of shit, don't I? Okay. Need this. A little of this. Ow. Some of this. Gotta get me a bowl. Spoon. And a knife. All right. I'm dropping everything again. Now I'm gonna try to do this while keeping an eye on everything over there and not burning anything because I just fell a little bit behind. So, let me get this turned. For mayo, I usually use real mayo, Hellmann's or Kraft real mayo. For sauce like tartar sauce and stuff, I will use the classic stuff because it's a little bit sweeter. Mustard, pickle, dill pickle. Now you can use relish, if that's what you prefer, which I don't mind, but dill pickle is great. And bear with me, I gotta get the fish before it burns. Oh man, guys, you gotta see this. Let me turn you around here. Look at that fish. Oh, it smells so good. I wish you could smell through the video. Ooh, that thing's looking good. So, let me set you right back up here. Mac and cheese is almost done. That should give me plenty of time to get out a few pickles. Now, see, I'm just making enough of this for me. So, let's grab a few pickles. Yeah, I like pickles too. These big, thick dill chips here, they're good for sandwiches. Good for the back around here, because I can't cut them with one hand. All right, I'm gonna do this pretty quick because I gotta hurry. This actually should have already been done, but I just forgot to do it till the last minute. I don't think I've done, I don't think I've done an episode yet where I haven't forgot something. So that's why I've been full disclosure with you guys. Get used to that, I forget all the time. Alright, them cut up, put them in the bowl. That. Then, this part I'll try to do with one hand, show you guys. Because this is just estimation guesswork. And I've done it a few times, so I've gotten a little better at the guess and how much of each to put in. So there's 1 teaspoon. There's a couple teaspoons. I'm going to do 3. And then a little bit of mustard, not too much. You don't want the mustard to overpower it. And that be your main taste, main flavor coming out. So, try to do this with my left hand. See, I'm using one hand and it should be my right. Look at that, just squirt on it. But I don't want much more than that, just a little bit. Now, you can look at me while I stir. Uh-oh, I turned the can. Did you like reading my canned goods? We stir the noodles. I'm gonna flip them off. Like turn them off, I didn't flip them off, you know what I mean? But we're gonna go ahead and stir up this tartar sauce here. This is just very simple tartar sauce. You can put more stuff in it. You know, I'm sure there's better more in-depth recipes out there, and that's fine. This is just one I prefer. Oh, and I forgot my little dash of garlic salt. I use garlic for a lot of stuff, but it's good. It's a very good, brings out natural flavors and all that. Don't want to overpower it with it, but try to hear that. They're working on something in another apartment. I've been hearing that shit all day off and on. Oh, yep. Yep, I'll take that. A little bit dilly from the pickles, but I'll take it. I'm all right with that. Oh. Dropping. All right, so now I'm going to go off camera for a second. Well, actually, I'm gonna cut for a second and I'll be back with you guys. I'm gonna take this mac and cheese off, get it ready, and then I'll be back with you guys to show you the finished product. Whew. Still see a little bit of sweat on my forehead. Man, that small kitchen and everything in there gets hot real quick. So, we're done here. We got our my breaded, pan-fried catfish, and simple generic mac and cheese, shells and cheese. There you go. Look at that fish. Look at that. Nice and crispy. The breading is amazing. Go Bucks with my iced tea. Tartar sauce. Now, let me show you. Your fish is done when it flakes off like that to the touch. It's still kind of spongy. Alright, we'll try a bite without the tartar sauce first. Yeah. You gotta love having neighbors. Especially when they don't respect where people live. But anyway, that is amazing. Oh my goodness. Put some tartar sauce on this bite. Try it with that. And it's not real spicy. You know, I put a good, healthy amount of cayenne pepper and chili powder in that. And it's not spicy at all. It actually, for my taste, could have 3 times as much cayenne. And I'd be all right. Here's a bite with tartar sauce. Oh, man, yeah. That's where it's at right there. Absolutely amazing. All right, guys. I want to thank you again. I'll be back sometime this week. Said we'll do some chili dogs. And then, like I promised you guys, it was supposed to be done today, but I just didn't have it in me. I will do my homemade egg noodles and chicken this week because now I really want to. So thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, if you guys got any meals that you want me to cook, show you how I do it, let me know. And then we'll see what we can do. So we can get them on here. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.